We all have grandparents who want to stay mentally and physically active. They want to stay active with mental exercises, enjoyable games, and they want to be surrounded by their peers. The person you are about to meet can offer such enjoyment and inspiration at the Autumn Lake facility in Norwalk, Connecticut.
This should be painted or used with markers. If somebody wants to do that. I think somebody good should do that, like you.
Like me.
Yeah.
Aw, how sweet.
Or do a wooden one. Let's just do a wooden one. See what somebody wants to do a wooden one. 2 of them.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of Person to Person. I'm your host, Christopher Crisotomo. Tia Walker, the author of The Inspired Caregiver, once said, "Caregiving often calls us to lean into love we didn't know possible." Our guest today has learned just that. She is a person who is a recreation aide that brings joy to residents all throughout the Autumn Lake facility. She has the determination to inspire residents to maintain their emotional, mental, and spiritual health in subliminal ways. Now, I would like to introduce our guest, Sarah Bender.
Hi.
Thank you for coming, Sarah.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, Sarah. So provide us a little background of your life and how you entered into the field of recreation.
Well, a little over a year ago, I knew someone who worked in the facility that I'm working at now. I really wanted to get back into volunteering because I volunteered a lot during my high school years. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to because I've been busy. So the past last summer, I decided to volunteer. I knew someone working there. They asked if I could come in for a few days a week, so I said sure. After 4 or 5 weeks, the administrator actually came up to me and asked if I wanted to be part of the team, and of course I said yes, so that's how I got into it.
That's great. What are some of the requirements that is needed to be met in order to become a recreation aide?
Well, the recreation aide is a little different than becoming a director. The director needs associates and a certificate, which I'm actually currently doing right now. But the recreational aide only has like a few jobs. It's not mandatory to have a certificate or whatnot, but it's just to have fun, be patient with them, and to enjoy your experience.
Now, as a recreation aide, your job is to conduct activities for residents, correct? Mm-hmm. Well, let's watch an example where you're conducting one of these activities.
Hi everyone, how you guys doing?
So cute. These are cute.
What's today? Today's Friday? Is it Friday? It is Friday. It's Friday the 18th.
Yes, that's right.
So what does that mean? It's almost...
Wow.
It's almost Saturday, but what holiday is in October? There we go, Halloween. So today we're going to be doing some max and projects for Halloween, okay? Does that sound good to everyone? Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay. So, who wants to make a mask? Well, I see you already have your mask.
I'm waiting to tell you. Nope, that's fine.
I want to see you guys draw it, okay?
Yep. This is
I
Halloween.
think I'm going to give you this one. Okay. So, you can keep coloring yours, hon.
Oh, I see.
What color can I make his eyes?
Well, why don't you finish the body first?
Don't put anything in the eyes.
How do I?
I like that cat a lot.
Yeah. Does this go back?
You can keep it there. Oh. They're a little tricky.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So right now what we're doing is we're doing some arts and crafts for Halloween since it's coming up. There's a few residents that unfortunately don't have any costumes and that want to participate. So what we're doing is we're making masks right now. This is my example that I drew beforehand, and then this is an example of someone that drew today. So this is great for sensory stimulation, bringing back memories. We try to combine everything together while having fun.
The arts and crafts looks like it's a lot of fun.
It definitely is.
What other activities have you conducted there in the past, and what's the process that you use to plan out all of these activities?
Well, the main activity that we have is bingo, of course. Everyone loves their bingo. What we do is every Wednesday and every Saturday we hold bingo. Saturday, there's only one person there, unfortunately, because we work Monday through Fridays, so we volunteer to come in on Saturdays just for a few hours, so they feel like they have something to look forward to during the weekend. How we plan that is we have a little cart we have. I go in half an hour before we start the game. I place all of the bingo cards and bingo, the chips, there we go, that's the word. We put them at every place. It depends on the person. Between 1 to 4 cards we use. We use big cards with the chips if they can't see, and if their arthritis is bad, we also use the big chips because we have smaller cards that mostly people use. But it might be hard for the people who have arthritis because you have to pull on a little tab, and sometimes, unfortunately, they can't get that. So I come in, they all have their lucky spot. So I place all of their cards because I know where they're going to sit. It just keeps the game going. They don't get as agitated as if I were to go in. That would waste 10 minutes of placing the cards. They want to start their game, of course. So that's a little with the bingo.
You guys make it really easy for them to play.
We try.
In regards to the infrastructure of your department, how was the work divided among the co-workers, and how was it decided which of you and which one of your co-workers does do the jobs, the activities?
Well, we have 3 floors at the facility that I work at, and each co-worker has a floor. So I have the 2nd floor, someone has the 3rd, and of course someone has the 1st. So 10:30 we have a program on the 2nd and 3rd floor. So I do my own program while my coworker does his program on 3rd. Since there's not a program on the 1st floor at 10:30, she usually just does one-to-ones just to make sure everything's okay, going well, whatnot. At 2 o'clock we have a big program. That's usually when bingo is, everyone comes, or food social. So we have all boards on deck with that.
So we've taken the time to speak to your recreation director about her thoughts on your job performance and her thoughts on you. Let's watch.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dana, and I'm the activities director at a long-term, short-term healthcare facility. And I have 2 rec aides that work for me. One being Sarah, who has been here approximately a year, and her responsibilities are as follows. First, she has to follow the rule of HIPAA, which means anything that goes on in this facility cannot be repeated outside these walls, out in the community, or share any private information regarding any resident, which that's during your orientation you learn that. So it's reminded though on a daily basis. Her job basically is to make sure that physically, emotionally, mentally, socially, and spiritually that the needs of each resident are met on a daily basis. Now our facility is a 150-bed facility, so she's responsible for approximately 60 people in different ways, whether it's one-to-one activities, whether it's through crafting activities or music activities. That is her job as a rec aide, and she does it quite well. For someone who hasn't been here that long, she's mastered it. It's a very fulfilling position. I love what I do. I know she loves what she does, and you could see the passion if you've ever had any family member here.
She had nothing but great things to say about you.
Definitely.
So outside of your department, is there interdepartmental collaboration, or does everyone just follow the beat of their own drum within their own department? For example, would you be coordinating with your coworkers, such as nurses, administration, or other facility members?
Well, even though we have our own separate teams, we're one big team at the facility. We work together on different things. For example, it can be we have our own mini store that the residents can go to and buy things. We need the business office to help us with the money, us leaving the money in their office and giving us the money to go to the store to buy the things. Also, if we're doing a food social, what we have to do is we have to go to dietary and the nurses because unfortunately some people can't have different foods. Like if we're doing a pizza party, someone might not be able to have it because they're only strictly limited to liquids, or if they're allergic to cheese, whatnot. So we all work together as a team to make everyone safe.
How was your relationship and your interaction with the residents? How does the health insurance portability and accountability, otherwise known as HIPAA, come into effect in that regard?
Well, with that situation is HIPAA, what it is you're not allowed to talk about the resident, mention their name, what happened to them, to anyone outside of the facility, just because it's only fair to the resident. But we are allowed to talk about a resident within the facility. So if I had a problem with a resident, I would have to go to the nurse, say, she's looking a little down today, she's looking pale, can we figure out what's going on? So we can talk about the resident within the facility, just not with anyone outside of the facility.
So we asked one of the residents at Autumn Lake to give their opinion on how good you are with your job and whether they like the activities and any other thoughts they had. Let's watch.
Well, since she's been working here, it's been about over a year since I've met her, and she's been working in the recreation department with Dana, and she's a fine job. Everybody loves her, and she does a lot of as far as the programs go. She does a lot of things with the residents, and she's interacted with bingo and things like that. So they like her. They don't have a problem with her. Never had a problem. She's got a good voice. She does some singing programs, and yeah, I don't know. If I was her boss, I'd be satisfied with her job, and she's doing good, and I'm glad she's still here.
Doug sounds pretty happy about everything.
I hope so.
So today, we got to meet someone who prides themselves in caring for the elderly to make sure they are mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually engaged on a daily basis. Thank you for joining us today and sharing your experiences with us, Sarah.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. We hope you enjoyed today's edition of Person to Person. We also hope you will understand the time and effort it takes to keep all of our grandparents and elderly in good spirits. Thank you, and have a great day.